In this video, we will walk through how to personalize Visual Studio for an experience that works best for you. Once you have customized Visual Studio the way you want, the settings travel with you and take effect wherever you sign into Visual Studio. We'll go over how to customize themes, fonts, window layout, and keyboard shortcuts. First, let's take a look at how to switch to dark theme. We can do this in two easy steps. First, let's search for themes using the search box at the top. Select Change Environment Colors Themes to directly go to the settings for themes. Change theme to dark. Click OK and it's that easy to change the theme. In case if you're not liking the change, you can always roll it back using the same step. Next, let's look at how to change the font size, type, and color. Again, let's make use of the search box in Search for Fonts and select Change the Font Size option. Now let's change font size and foreground color for plain text. Let's also change the background of selected text and click OK to save. Let's see how the changes look. If I don't like the changes or I want to try different settings, I can go back to font settings. Then I can select Use Defaults to restore the original settings that come preset in Visual Studio, or I can try different font types or colors to my liking. Next up, let's look at how to customize the layout of windows inside Visual Studio. First, we are going to set up the position and size of all the windows to what feels most ideal for a specific task. For example, I may want to keep a terminal window open side by side with source code as I am multitasking between them. I also want to keep my task list handy. Let's go ahead and save it by opening the window menu and by selecting Save Window Layout. Let's give it the name Terminal and Tasks. From here on, for any reason, if the window layout changed and we wanted to restore it back, all we have to do is open the window menu, select Apply Window Layout, and choose Terminal and Tasks. You can save different window layouts for different tasks like editing and debugging. Let's talk about keyboard shortcuts. They go a long way in speeding up work in any editor. Visual Studio has a lot of built-in keyboard shortcuts. To look these up, go to the Help menu, select Keyboard Accessibility, and check out keyboard shortcuts. Let's look at how to change an existing shortcut. You might be accustomed to using a specific shortcut key for a task in another editor, like VS Code, and I may want the same setting in Visual Studio. Let's use simultaneous editing as the example here. If we wanted to edit all instances of the word eShopWeb, first we select one instance of eShopWeb and then press Shift-Alt-semicolon to expand the selection to all instances. Now we can simultaneously edit to change all instances at once. I want to change the shortcut to Ctrl-D because I'm accustomed to using Ctrl-D for the same task in VS Code. First, we are going to open up keyboard settings by simply searching for keyboard or shortcut in the search box at the top. We are going to look up the current shortcut. In the Press Shortcut Keys box, press the current shortcut, which is Shift-Alt-semicolon. Here we can see what command is currently using the shortcut. It's Edit, Insert Caret at All, Matching, and the scope is Text Editor. By the way, global is the outermost scope. Inner scopes like Text Editor override the global scope. I'm going to pull up the setting for Insert Caret at All Matching. Let's change the scope to Text Editor. Enter the new shortcut Ctrl-D and assign. That's it, we've updated the shortcut. Now I can use Ctrl-D to multi-edit. You can always hit reset to roll back to the original default keyboard shortcuts. If you're using VS Code shortcuts, I have more good news for you. You can quickly add VS Code shortcuts by selecting VS Code as the additional keyboard mappings. On a final note, the settings in Visual Studio travel with you if you develop on multiple devices. Under the Account Settings of the Options window, Synchronize Visual Studio Settings is turned on by default. As long as you sign in with the same account into Visual Studio installed on different devices, your settings will automatically travel with you. We hope this video helps you make Visual Studio personalized to your own liking. Keep learning and happy coding.